gotta step up. You gotta step up, bro.
Well, these last 4 games, I mean, I think there's been a shift in energy that everyone's kind of identified. Where do you think that's come from?
I think maybe understanding the stakes, maybe understand, what we're up against. I don't want to say desperation, but I think a deep understanding of where we at in the position that we in right now.
Why do you think it took us long to get there? If it's about,
if I had the answer, I would have answered that a long time ago. I don't have the answer to that. The only thing I can speak on is how we've been playing as of late, how we've been competing as of late, and then how we just been preparing ourselves for this last stretch.
How much energy, mental energy, have other guys, veteran guys on this team spent why this hasn't gone the way you guys thought it would? Has that been a thing that tortured you guys? So if you're trying to, like you said, I mean, if I had the answer to that, like, is it, or has it pretty quickly been like, this sort of is what it is? Like,
yeah, I think for the most part that, that overall that kind of been the mindset, like it is what it is, but you still think about it like, what is it or why? Or, why is it that it hasn't clicked the way that we wanted it to click, or the way that we saw it, the way that we imagined it to work out. So it's hard to answer that. I think guys now, like I said, understand the stakes and where we at and the importance and, AD having a chance to come back, down the stretch. And hopefully we can put all of that together. The way we've been playing, being healthy, coming down into the stretch, and seeing if we can put that all together.
You've been through some playoff runs. You get West Conference Finals with Nuggets. That run with the Knicks, you played the Heat. Like, this is like kind of a playoff play-in over the next 3 weeks. Do you think you could, as a group, can tap into any of that energy of being in kind of the high stakes atmosphere for an extended period of time and maybe enjoy it at all?
Yeah, I think, we don't have a choice for one. Is it we are or we not? There's no gray area when it comes to that, no middle area. But I said this early in the season, I do think that we're built for a postseason. We're built, that's just how we are, just from our experience, from us being in those moments, those high stakes moments, a lot of us, but also understanding the importance of what that is, being able to play in the playoffs and, understanding, we wanted to be a top seed, wanted to be, home court, but sometimes you got to take the long way. And for this season, we've been taking the long way to get where we want. And again, man, when playoffs start and even the play-in games, that's your focus. It's just that game that's right in that moment that's right in front of you. You're not thinking about who we play the next night or back-to-back. So you're not thinking about that. You got to lock in on that particular game, which asks for a lot of attention to details. And I think that's where experience and, other things got to fall into play too. We got to be healthy. Everybody's got to be ready to go. So it's an accumulation of things for us.
Specifically with Russ, when I think back when you played with him in Oklahoma City and, he was a pretty recent MVP, what do you see in the last couple of games as the overlap in what he was doing then and maybe how he's playing the last, 4 or 5 games where it's really been efficient?
I can't, I don't know the mindset of Russ, kind of what he deals with or go through when he's on the court or what he's thinking about. I know one thing has been consistent with Russ throughout his career, and that's how hard he plays, his effort, his energy, and that's kind of what makes him, his aggressiveness, his tenacity out there, his relentlessness to keep going and never stop and playing to the end. Like that's what he does. So I think now he's starting to not starting to, but is I think he's just taking his time now. He's taking his time. He's understanding. Okay, I got to do what I got to do to make it work or make the best for my situation. And also, he knows it. I mean, this is crunch time now, right? This is where we all got to step up.
Melo, normally, I think in talking to a player as deep into his career as you are, 37, almost 38, you start to wonder, like, is this maybe it for you? And but it doesn't really feel that way.
You don't know when it's it for me. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't gonna hear no whispers. You gonna hear straight from me.
And that's what I mean. I wonder, how long in the role that you have right now, it feels like you could do this for a little while. So.
Yeah, I feel great. Physically, I feel great. Mentally, I feel great. That's not even something that I think about. I try not to think about it, to be honest with you.
You're going to play probably 70 plus games this year. How have you physically been able to do it? How encouraging is that? I'm sure that was a goal. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a goal, but I try not to think about it. When you think about it, it's
sure.
Things happen. It's some things that you just can't control.
Sorry,
not not you. I'm just saying, if you're coming into it and you're just thinking, I want to play 70 games or 72 games, you're not going to be really locked into that. You'll be worried about something going wrong or just happening. But over the past, I'll say 3 seasons, man, as far as doing what I got to do to keep my body right and stay healthy and controlling what I can control when it comes to that. I mean, I've been able to play 70 plus games over the past couple seasons, and I feel great. I mean, especially right now, coming down to the end of the season, this long season. Like you said, I'll play 70 plus games, and then, that's something that I can hold my hat on it and say, I held up and I did what I had to do with my body and my mind to be able to go out there and compete at a high level for 70 plus games.
All right, Bill on Zoom.
Hey, Melo, you talk about taking the long way this season. That's been true personnel-wise also, where you guys are at a point now where guys like DJ, Wenyen, Stanley are all playing pretty big roles with what you're doing. What's that just evolution of this roster been like, all the trial and error? And then what do you think that those guys who, none of them were on the team before Christmas, what do you think that those guys have kind of brought to this recent spurt you guys have experienced?
Well, with Stanley, I mean, he was here first. He came a little earlier. So we saw what his energy brought to the game. We saw what his mindset, his defensive mindset brought to the game, brought to our team. And then you get somebody like Wenyen. And I really think over the past couple of games, he has been one of the reasons why our energy has been high the way it is. He comes in, he do his job. He don't need much. He works hard, and you can see that. You can see that energy just kind of just trickle down and translate to other guys out there on the basketball court.
Is there something about Wenyen that manifests in practice or any other setting that we can't see besides the game?
As what you see is what you get. I mean, he's a guy who just want to get better. He's willing to do what he got to do to get better and to listen and to understand the situation that he's in. And I think for him, most important is to take advantage of his situation, and that's what he's doing right now.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.